But I'm going to invite you to come out with me as we get through this end of the year and off season that I'm doing projects, working on a hoop greenhouse. And I'm going to do that. I've got some materials here, and we're going to put that together, let you kind of follow along, see how I do it in case you want to build a small one that you could use. This is going to be an 8 foot by 8 foot roughly. So when I get finished with it, it should be something that's decent that will keep my seed starting under control and allow me to do some things that I hadn't been doing before, but I want to start doing. So if you're like me and you're just starting out on some of these things, building a little greenhouse like this shouldn't be too much to it, and be a lot of good use out of it. So we'll see how it goes. One of the big things that I didn't think about at the time when I was planning this thing was underneath this, since it's going to be sitting right on the ground, is to put down some weed fabric. And I'm using my woven weed fabric I use over in the garden area, but you can do black plastic, anything you want to block the grass, because this is a greenhouse. It's going to create moist, warm environment, and the main purpose is to grow plants, and grass loves it, and it will just come up, take over the whole thing, and you'll be having to move it somewhere else rather than keep fighting the grass. So I'm glad I remembered that and thought about that, because that's something until I started doing this that I had forgotten all about. So let me get with it. And I'm thinking that the 3 pieces I've got cut here, I went ahead and did that a minute ago, and I believe all 3 of these will take care of covering this thing completely if the wind will cooperate with me. It's probably not going to be perfect, but if it won't, I'll go get my staples and staple it in. There you go, Gwen. Thank you. All right. That'll work, won't it? Let me go get this straightened out. Okay, I got those staples and put this stuff down. There's a way to beat it. That in the wind too. So, but I got it down, and I've already had this floor put together, the frame. So I'm gonna lay that back down in place. All right, looks like a close to perfect fit. Got about an inch or so on each end, which is what I was hoping for. Okay, good over there. I might have to trim some off the long side, but the plan is this is going to be a hoop this way. Front door will be over here, and I'll put a window on the back side of this thing to make it be symmetrical. And once I get it all put together, I'll put I have a table, a shelf type table that I had built a couple years ago. I'm going to move it out here and use it as a work table. And I'm putting it back here because it's close proximity to my well, which you saw in the background when I started shooting. I'm only about 25-30 feet away from the well, so I'll have access to water. And then once the plants get up, I'll put them in my trailer, take them over to the garden, and put them over there and set them out. So we're rolling, getting ready for this new year. The next step, now I've got this frame put down and a cloth under it, is to put the hoops on here. Now what I've done is I've got a 4x4 scrap, a 2x4, anything would work, just to put the end on it to keep it from going down on the fabric. And then we'll put that in place. Then I'll come back with some fence staples and tack it to the sides, and that'll hold it. And then we'll go from there as far as framing it, steadying it up and things like that. But right now I think this would be good enough, so we'll jump on this and see if I can get this thing put in there. Now let's see. All right. All right. Okay, that's right where it's supposed to be, and I think I'm 6 foot, so I've got a good foot tall before I get to the middle right here, so I'll be able to work on the sides. My table's about this far, so I can't see me getting any closer to the edges really than what I am. So now all I gotta do is tack these in, and then got one more piece to put up back here. And once those are in place, then I can I'll tie them together either with a zip tie or a piece of wire, so it solidifies it a little bit. And this wobbling like this will steady up very good once I get the framework put in for the door, because the overhead part of the door will come out here and hold these wires here. But more on that as I go. But that's it. So for today, or for now, I won't say for today, but that's a good start. That's the first time I've done that like that. So I'm glad to see that it wasn't unbearable and one person was able to do it. If you're a young lady or a young woman by yourself, you might have your hands full trying to get this thing up by yourself. But anyway, here we go. Look, it's looking good. Well, as Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. I do have them down. And I've got the second piece put on. Now just got to square it up just a little bit, tie these two together here in the middle, and I think we'll be in good shape. They're all nailed to the bottom. There's some flexibility here, so it'll be good. I think it's going to work out great. And this is certainly one bigger than I thought it would be. Like I said, this is basically an 8x8. It's not really though. It's not quite 8 feet wide. Shy of 5 or 6 inches, something like that. But anyway, that's I think it's going to be a good asset for us, and we'll see how it goes this year as we go through the spring and it gets seed starting time. Maybe I can put this bad boy to work, and more later. Next thing I've got to do is get the clear plastic put. Well, I take that back. That's not true. Next thing I've got to do is frame in the door. And probably what I'll do is just build a door to go in it once I frame it up. But I've got to build up the door and this side, and again, build up this side over here and put a window in over there so I can draw the wind here through it in case I need to ventilate it. But anyway, I'm looking right over here right now. I'll see if I can turn the camera in a second. I saw movement in my driveway out there, And I was like, what is that? Who is that? And here he comes running. A deer. Look right here. Well, hey, girl. Hey there. You gonna come talk to me today? Huh? Well, that's a bonus right there, isn't it? Look at there. Hey, girl. You're friendly, aren't you? Goodness. Yeah, goodness. Hey. You don't be jumping over here now. I'm just not building this for you. This is going to be for somebody else. This is for me to go to work with. Yeah. Yeah, I bet you'd eat out of my hand if I had something to give you, wouldn't you? All right. Well, it's good talking with you. You heading on down the field back there? Or you stay here and watch to see what I'm trying to do? Well, boy, that's a once in a lifetime thing right there. I see them out here all the time, but I've never had one kind of want to stop, see what's going on, see what I'm doing. I guess she realized that I'm a friendly old guy, not going to cause any kind of issues. We're just going to follow her here for a minute and see what she's doing. Yeah, yeah, I'm talking about you. You were something else. Nice little doe. All right, we'll see you later on. Happy New Year to you. And let you go on down the pathway where you're coming from. All right. I swear, you just tempted me so bad. Here, you think I got something for you? Huh? Somebody been feeding you? I guess they have, hadn't they? You sure wouldn't do that without it. Yeah. My goodness. My goodness. You're better than that old tomcat I got around here. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later. Well, it's a different day, and we're about to frame up the doorway and put this frame on this side, and then we'll do the same thing on the other end, and we'll put a window back there. But right now I've measured this out, and it's exactly 75 inches. So I'm going to I found the center at 37 and a half, and then I'm going to put a 36-inch door in here. So that's what I'm going to be working on here in just a second. Okay, what we're doing right now is I've got a 2x4, and I'm lining it up with my mark, but I've had to adjust it a little bit to get so that this part of the hog wire will sit in the middle of this post. So I had to slide this over a little bit, and since we're going to custom build the door anyway, we can adjust that measurement down there. But anyway, I mark it right where this top of this wire is right here on my post, and then in the middle of it I will put a groove to set this wire down in, and that'll help solidify that. And then I'll cut 3 more exactly the same length, so it'll fit on all 3 sides, all 4, this here and the 2 on the back side. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and work in progress here. We'll see what we get. Alrighty, that's going to be the opening. Okay. And that, I believe, will give me a lot of stability here. That'll be the frame for the door, and I'll put a header up here. So yeah, that'll work out just great. The door width is going to end up being 30, right at 40 inches. I had to move these over just a little bit to line them up with these wires up here. So, but since I'm custom, just building that to match, I'll just build a door in the opening here and swing it out that way when I'm ready to get use it all. So for now, I think that's that part. I'll do these same 2 posts on the back side for the window, so I won't be filming that for you. And then I'll get this header put in here as well, and go from there with it. I think it'll be good, looking good. Steady that up a whole lot. All right, so now I got the header measured and cut out. This is right at 40 inches, and it's gonna put that up here to hold it. Well, I missed the wire. There we go. And what I want to do is come back and run a screw right through here, down into this header right here. I think that'll hold it. Shouldn't be any pressure on it as far as weight. So I think that's what I'll do. Assuming I can reach over there. Yeah, I do believe that'll work. Yep, that's going to do the trick, I think. And then get this side tacked in. And that puts the header up there for me. coming along. All right. Well, we've got it done. This is the hoops are up. The wires all installed. The door frame headers are installed and braced up on the front and also on the back side. So we're about in fact, the next thing I've got to do is to put the weather stripping around the edge of the wire along the hoops. I'm going to do that in a few minutes, and then put the plastic on and tack that all down. So now that should be it. It's coming to a close, and then I'm going to put a bench in here and go ahead and bring those big cuttings I've got in pots already. So I've got that to do, and then it won't be long. I'll be planting some seeds for some seed starting. So we're rolling. 2026 season is upon us. So yeah, now that the 2026 season is off and running, let me just jump back in here and say it's been, I look forward to a good year with you guys. My name is Don, by the way, if I forgot to mention that. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I'm glad to see you again. I'm glad you came back to be with me. Drop me a comment. Let me know. This has become a project that's going to have to continue. The plastic I was going to get, they were out of stock. I had to wait for an order to come in, which is going to put this off for a couple of weeks to come back and finish the putting the plastic over this thing. But we're at a stopping point anyway. Nothing's exposed, nothing's happening, and the weather's not going to be turning too cold between now and then. So we'll be back with you and do that. And I appreciate you watching. Give me a comment if you got questions about what I'm doing here, and we'll finish it up in the next video. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you later.